In preparing to sell my Mamiya C330 Professional F Twin Lens Reflex camera, I thought I'd make a video here so we can walk through it together, look at the condition all the way around, and then you can make an informed decision how much you're willing to bid. I'm going to pull the lens cap off here and just show this is one of the cameras that Mamiya made that allows interchangeable lenses, and that's not common on twin lens reflex cameras, but this one allows it. First thing we have to do is set this to unlock, and then we can work this little lever here and pop the lens out. And every lens has its own shutter built in, so every time you switch that, that's what you get. I should point out that by working this to lock versus unlock, when it's unlock and you get the lens off, there's a little blind right there that blocks the light from exposing your film, and we can see that here in the back. If I flip that to lock, then it's open to the film. While we have the back open, let's look here. It has provision to take 120 or 220 film, and here on the back we see it's set for 120. And if we just rotate the pressure plate so the dot is over by the 220, now it says 220. I'm going to leave it on 120. The foam here, I mean, this looks pretty old and probably not ideal. It could probably use new light seals. Looks like it should have new light seals. Back closes properly. Most of these cameras were used by professionals, and certainly like all the others I've seen, there's significant wear along the black corners and such. Now I'm going to put the lens back in. Let's make sure this is, I'm going to set this on the unlock position here. And we'll flip it to lock. And then, because the back was open, the counter is set to 0 here. And so, if we take this crank and wind it, this would be like winding the leader paper of 120 film up until you're ready to take picture number 1, and that shows there. And so then, with the shutter cocked, we can trip the shutter. Now, we can't trip the shutter again because this little control here is set to single. Now, if we set it to multiple, then you're able to do double and triple exposures if you want to. But for most times you want that set at single so that you can't accidentally take another picture on top of your next one, on top of your previous one. Now it's set for picture number 2, you can take that, picture number 3, and so on. Now this camera has a flip open viewfinder that you just pop open in the back, and we can see then that whatever is up here is seen in that viewfinder, and you focus on this screen here. There's a little flip down magnifying glass that allows you to look very carefully during focusing. I'm just going to fold the viewfinder down because it makes the camera so tall. But we're going to look here in the side. This camera has a very long bellows, and it will focus pretty close, and the bellows looks to be in pretty good condition all the way around. And I should have pointed out over here on this side there's some scales here. I think they're for different lenses that fit on here, focusing information. And focus knobs on both sides. I should point out that this particular lens has some numbers scratched into the edge and some other personal information about a previous owner right there. It's cosmetic, but it's there. I thought we should probably take that lens out and look at that by itself. So let's do unlock here and flip this out. And now we have this lens to look at, and you see even some more information scratched into the paint back there, along with on that one. Let's step down through the shutter speeds and just see how it sounds. Here's that 1/500th, 1/250th, 1/125th, 1/60th, 1/30th, 1/15th, 1/8th, 1/4, 1/2 second, 1 full second, and a bulb setting, which allows the lens to stay open as long as it's held open, and then when you let go, it completes the cycle. While we have that lens open, let's work the aperture. It's a smooth aperture with no clicks, but that works well. And while we have it open, let's also look at the optics. I do see some fungus down in there. It's going to be hard to see for sure in the video, but I'm trying to show it. And there's more in the viewing lens too. I see, yeah, deep down inside there, I see in from the edge some pretty heavy haze and looks like fungus to me. Look from the back side. Yeah, yeah. And this side too. So the lens would probably take pretty good pictures, but you got to be aware there's some fungus down in there. I'm going to reinstall that into the camera here and lock it. I think just giving some views of it from all different sides. And that is the Mamiya C330 Professional F Twin Lens Reflex Camera. And it comes with a lens cap for the front here.